at a restaurant called Blueberry Duck in Milanówek near Warsaw. And there's a playground like this, which is very nice for parents. Achoo! If you ever think about moving to Warsaw, please be aware that Warsaw has a big problem with traffic. Look. And this is something that will not be solved very soon because of the politics of the people that rule this city. Nothing happens that would imply that in the future the traffic in Warsaw will be less of an annoyance. And I'd like to state also that the network of public transport in Warsaw is pretty bad, because you can use only tram and buses, and the underground train called metro has only 2 lines, which is really too few for this city in which 3 million people are living. And so people are trying to... So the real estate, for example, is very expensive if it's located in the vicinity of the metro stations, and but the downside is that you have pretty much 70% of the city which is not covered by metro, and you have to use this kind of tramways, which of course are prone to be stuck in traffic also. So if you want to somehow be able to move yourself around the city, around Warsaw, without being stuck in traffic, I think you have a few options. You can live near metro, but you will pay a lot for the apartment. The second option is you can use a scooter, a moped, I think it's called in English, a moped or a motorcycle. And this is what I am using, because I live near Warsaw, 25 kilometers near Warsaw, so I have to the means of transport for me must be able to go for longer stretches of distance. So a moped would be too small for this kind of transportation. So I'm using a motorcycle. People who live in Warsaw inside of the city are using also frequently bikes, and not motorbikes, but bicycles, normal bicycles. And this is a means of transport that is not stuck in traffic. Also, something very, very popular in Warsaw recently are the electric mopeds that you can rent, made by a lot of companies, by Hive, by Lime, and a bunch of others. So this is a means of transportation also which is good for people living in Warsaw, inside the city. I would rather suggest not using the rented scooters, but rather to buy yourself an electric scooter, because in the long run it will be much more intelligent, economically speaking. Also a network of public bicycles, as you have seen here. You can rent such a bicycle using an application, and also move yourself around the city. This is if you don't want to use an electric scooter, it's a good alternative for that. And the means of transportation I am using, a car, is really the worst you can choose in Warsaw. But sometimes I'm using my car because I'm living far from Warsaw, and sometimes it's more comfortable than my motorbike. And there is also buses and tramways. You can buy tickets for buses and tramways almost on every street in Poland, and these are tickets that are timed. So you buy a ticket for 10 minutes or for 15 minutes or for a whole day. And you can also buy a ticket valid for a week or for a month. So these are also valid ways of moving yourself around the city, but you must know that buses will also get stuck in traffic. Very often tramways also will get stuck in traffic, and in general, if you live I don't know, 15 minutes from work or from school, or 20-25 minutes, it will not make such a difference between, for example, a scooter or a tramway. But if you live farther away, you will notice difference between using public transport such as buses and tramways and your own way of transportation. But for example, during the winter you will not have any choice, because you will not be able to use scooters or mopeds during the winter, because if it's -5 °C outside, it will be difficult to stay warm. I hope you found this vlog episode useful. Please subscribe to this channel, hit the like button and hit the bell, and see you in the next episode. Cheers! And always take the steps.